Hi everyone, my name is Janae and I will be going over my written exam for Module 1, Chapter 1, Thinking Critical. So for number 1, we have the numbers 8, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So you would start off by guessing using trial and error. 8 plus 10 plus 12 equals 30. So that doesn't work. So we're going to try 8 plus 10 plus 13 equals 31. So we can put 8 in the middle and rotate the numbers, but you will have to keep 10 and 13 on the same row or column, because if you have 10, 8, and 11, it will not give you another number besides 31. So after rotating all of the numbers, you should get 8 combinations. 10 will be on the top of each figure with 13 on the ends of them, but horizontally, the 11 and the 12 will switch ends on 2 different figures. Also with 11, 12, and 13, 8 won't more, it has to stay in the middle. Next, we have sort of like a magic square, but not a magic square. So for this problem, we'll have to figure out what are the blanks. So I have the blanks filled here, okay? So the 2 spots on the end are summed to the middle. We will have to find the difference of the ones on the end and the middle. And the bubble above, I've shown you to figure out how to answer those questions. So we have 15 minus 7, which gives us 8. We have 20 minus 8 equals 12. And we have 17 minus 12 equals 5. So 8, 12, and 5 filled those blanks. And so then to do the check, you will add the two ends to get the sum to add in the middle number. Also with this one, just the same, you have to fill in the blanks. So we did 21 minus 6 to get 15, which is in this bottom corner here. We did 19 minus 5 to get 4. And then we did 11 minus 4 to get 7. Also with this next one here, we have 6 minus 3, which gives us this 3 here. 12 minus 3, which gives us 9. And then 15 minus 9, which gives us 6. So in this one here, the reason why this is not solvable nor a solution is because 9 minus 6 is not 15. So that one is not solvable. Next, we have the same thing. So this figure, you will have to follow the same method, starting at 18 minus 8, which equals 10, 16 minus 10 equals 6, and then 7 minus 6 equals 1. 1 plus 8 equals 9, then you can start doing your check. Here on number 2, what you're doing is you're figuring out how many blocks you can use to get to the maximum perimeter, okay? So for this question, you're also doing trial and error. But you will have to work to make sure one side of the tile is also touching another side of the tile to make different perimeters, okay? So here we have, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 different, let's say, you can say different methods on how to find the perimeter only using 9 squares. Or rectangle, however you want to use it. But I like squares. It's equal. So out of all the different sketches, the biggest perimeter that we got out of those 9 squares were 9. And then the least perimeter we have is 12, by counting all sides of the squares. Is how you find the perimeter. Because perimeter is length times length plus width plus width plus width. So for our third one, for this question, you will have to find different paths from A to B. As you can see, I did write out of a diagram here so that you can find different ways to get from A here and B right here, okay? So to figure out how many paths there are to get from A to B, you have to use a Pascal triangle. So there are, from my slides, there's only 6 points, 6 different paths to get there, okay? And I will draw out 0 to 6, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here on the Pascal triangle here. And you will start with 1, okay? So there's one path, here's one path to go all the way from A to B. And with those invisible zeros, you will do 0 plus 1 equals 1, 1 plus 1 equals 2, and then 1 plus 0 is 1. So that gives us our next line, okay? So then we have 1 plus 2 equals 3. Well, we have our imaginary 0, so 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 1 is 3. Then we have 1 plus 4 is 5, 4 plus 6 is 10, 6 plus 4 is 10, and then our invisible 1 gives us our next line. 5 plus 10, 1 plus 5 is 6, 5 plus 10 is 15, 10 and 10 is 20, 10 and 15 is 10 and 5, I'm sorry, is 15, and then 5 and 1 is 6. So since we have our 6 lines here, our 6 lines here, in the middle on our 6th line, we have 20. So now we know that there is 20 different ways to get from A to B. Also in this one. So in this question, you only have limited ways because of the arrows. As you can see, from C to A, and then you can't go A to E because of the arrow that is switched here. So from C to E, there are a few ways. Starting from C, you have 3 ways. You can go past A, you can go down to B, then straight to E. And that gives you 1 way. Starting from C again, this time you will go through B and all the way through to E, giving you the 2nd way path to C to E. Also starting from C, you can go to F, then up to B, and to E. Finally, you can go back to E from C and follow the line to E. Going up to the 4th path altogether from C to E, you only have 4 different ways you can get from C to E. In this problem, you have to start by adding the 2 numbers, 7 and 3, to get 10, which will give you the number in the box above 7 and 3. Well, in the window or in the middle of 7 and 3, going upwards from the bottom line. Then, so the numbers that are connected to the 1 box above it is the sum of those 2 numbers. So to get the number next to 10 would be to do the opposite to addition, which is subtraction. So 25 minus 10 equals 15. So that gives you the next number, which is 15. Finally, to get where the variable is, you will need to take 15 and subtract 7 to get what is x in the box. So to do a check, so you will start from the bottom and work your way up. So a plus 7 equals 15, 15, which is the middle number on the 2nd level above those 2 lines. Those 2 numbers, I'm sorry. Next, 7 plus 3 equals 10, which is also the next number to 15 on the 2nd level. Last, you will add 10 plus 15 and get to the top of the pyramid, which is 25. Also with this one's a little bit more complicated. Well, I ain't gonna say a little bit, boy, it is a little complicated. In this equation, you will have to do a little more algebra, okay? So to solve it, you see that you can really add or subtract two numbers together yet. So to start, we will have to use the variable. The boxes above. So 1 and y. Let's use those variables. You know that the two boxes are sum to 15. Okay? Sorry, I'm just finding my spot. And 1 and y are sums to the empty boxes above those two. For the box above 1 and y will be 1 plus y, and the y plus 2 will be the right of the 1 plus y. So you will then put 1 plus y plus 2 equals 15 and solve. So 1 plus 2 equals 3, and now you have 2y plus 3 equals 15. You will then subtract 3 from both sides. Now you have 2y equals 12. And to get y by itself, you will divide because it's the opposite of multiplication. So 2 on both sides. Now 12 divided by 2 equals 6. Y equals 6. Now you will just have to put 6 in for the y. 1 plus y. You will put 1 plus 6, which equals 7, and y plus 2, which will be 6 plus 2 equals 8. And those are the two numbers in the second level. And 7 plus 8 equals 15, which is the top number. Also, you will do the same for this one. In this question, you don't have that many numbers to go off of, so you can just add or subtract together. So it takes, a little bit of thinking. So you will have to add 2 plus 9, which gives you 11. You will subtract it from the top number to get 16. Then 16 divided by 2 will give you the number between 2 and 9. So now that you have the lower level done, now you can fill in 2 plus 8 equals 10, and 8 plus 9 equals 17. Then 10 plus 17 gives you 27, which fills your perimeter. Now, number 5, which is the most, not I'm going to say most difficult one, but I liked it. I really like this one. So in this equation, you're wanting to know who is married to who. Hopefully, ain't no one sleeping with nobody. So we're going to get this off. Okay, so you have 4 guys and 4 women. So here are 5 facts to help me or you figure out who is married to who. As you can see, the circles mean who is married to who, and the X's are Y eliminated. So I'm gonna show you how I found out Will is married to Kitty, Floyd is married to Sarah, David is married to Josie, and Gus is married to Ann. So Floyd is Jose's brother. Floyd is Josie's brother. Josie and Gus dated some, but then Gus meets his wife. Kitty is married to Will. Annie has 2 brothers. Annie's husband is the only child. So here I have an explanation on how we figured this out. So with the 5 facts, you will start eliminating the choices. Floyd is Joseph's brother, so they can't be married. So we're going to go ahead and mark that off. Floyd for being married, so we mark off Floyd being married to Joseph. Josie. Next, Josie and Gus dated some, but then Gus met his present wife. So we can mark off Gus from being married to Josie. Kitty is married to Will, so now we can eliminate some rows and columns now that we eliminated Kitty column of choices and Will row. We see now that only one that could be married to Joseph is David. So Josie is married to David, so that eliminates their choices. The last 2 facts stating Annie has 2 brothers and his husband is the only child, remembering the first statement, Floyd is Josie's brother. That leaves Floyd not being married to Ann. So Ann is married to Gus and Sarah is married to Floyd. So here in my little box here, I have, who is married to who. Kitty is married to Will. Sarah is married to Floyd. Josie is married to David. And Ann is married to Gus. Next, you will be creating a trapezoidal number. You have your first step using 1 plus 1 plus 1, 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1, then 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. You will be putting that in dot form. So here you have my dot diagram. Next, you see that 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 1 times 3. You also see that 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 equals 2 times. Now, well, if you take the first one and the last one and add them together, it gives you 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, which equals 2 times 4. Now you can see that 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 gives you 3 times 5. Showing that they can be turned into rectangles also. So 1 times 3, you have my 3 dots here, 2 times 4, up 2 and 4 over, 3 times 5, 3 up, 5 over, or you could have did 5 up and 3 over. Also 4 times 6, up 4 over 6, and 5 times 7, up 5 and over 7. You can see that adding one row and one column each time to show you your rectangle. Like our first number is 1, second number 2, third number 3, next 4, and final 5. And then our second number, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So each one is going up and up and up. So by showing the inductive reasoning with the trapezoidal number, if you were to keep going, you would get the same. So then our next one would be 6 times 8, and then 7 times 9, and then on up. So here is a little bit more of examples, okay? So also they both have 35 dots. 5 times 7 equals 35. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. And that will give you the trapezoid, and then that will also give you your rectangle by using that 5 times 7. Thank you so much for watching my written exam. I know I was doing a little stuttering and things like that, but I do get really nervous. But I try not to be nervous, so thank you. Bye.